What's good? It's Chigozi. It's Sunday, February 3rd, 2019. Dr. Michelle King, the first African-American woman to lead LA Unified, dies at 57, Saturday, February 2nd. I'm going to show you so much race coding inside this piece of deception from the Freemasons. First off, I want to get the Super Bowl coding out the way. Obviously, she's from LA. LA Rams are going to the Super Bowl. And again, why do I say this? They always paint this championship number around. I mean, it's the third video in a row I'm calling this out. Dying at 57, the propaganda you don't need. I'm not interested in your bullshit ass Freemasonic propaganda. 57 equals 131. 131 is the championship number. Championship equals 131, just like Super Bowl. 57, number for World Series. It's a championship series. NBA Finals, you get it. It's a championship number. And they're painting that here on this LA puppet for the Freemasons. And obviously we have Michelle King, like Martin King, dying in February. I mean, he died 4/4. Kill equals 44. Black people 44. But she's dying in February, Black History Month. Not too far after MLK's birthday. King equals 22. She died on 2/2. Or at least the reported her death on 2/2. February 2nd. And that's the number for Negro. And I did say you're going to have some big Negro ritual by these numbers that day. Today as well, because today is 3/2, Negro 32. And they're going to probably another death or something. Someone connected to these numbers. But 22, 32, King. Why do you think it was Martin Luther King Jr., Martin Luther Negro Jr. is what they're doing? But LeBron James, the King. Michelle King. Michelle equals 41, 67, like King. Just emphasizing that they want that King. And of course, Michelle 67, King 67. 67 is the 19th prime number. It's 2019 right now. Chaos equals 19. And then you'll like this fact. The school board selected King to lead the nation's second largest school system in January 2016. Her last day at work was September 15th, 2017, when she began a medical leave, but she'd been ailing before that. So her last day was 1/5/9, dying at 57. This is the black man pattern they code in all of these black people and all of the propaganda. Black man, 159, 57. Just reverse the alphabetical order. So A is 26, Z is 1. You add them all in black man, you get 159. And just using the alphabetical order, B is the second letter, L is the 12th, add them all, 57. That's how it works. That's why, again, Cory Booker running for president on 2/1. And they even give you propaganda paralleling him and Obama on that day. So from September 15th, 2017 to the day she died is exactly 505 days. So her last day to the day she died, or the day reporting her death, 505 days. 55. Sacrifice equals 55. S is the 19th letter, so only reducing that letter once till 10. 1 plus 9 is 10. And then reducing every other letter once. S is the only letter you have to reduce twice. 55. When they're all reduced once. Here we get 505, which is just 55. In numerology, you may drop the 0. A very clear ritual. Nothing much else to see here. I mean, the day, her last day, they with 34 life lesson number, murder 34. 61 to 18th prime, race 18, time 61. King equals 41. So does Michelle. And her last day in office was 9 plus 15 plus 20 plus, 9 plus 15 plus 17, 41. The 13th prime. Do you see this? Prophecy 52, government 52, death 25. Those numerologies were there too. They were 24 numerology, reflection of 42, nigger 42. When she finally took the Hamilton job in 2002, see, 22. Negro. That's why we have Kamala Harris and what's his face, Cory Booker, all these black people running for 2020, the 59th presidential election. This is, again, I can't even use the word predict. Why would they not have a black people themed propaganda play event for the next election if it's the 59th on 2020? I mean, of course. There's no other way they would do it. And here's another, I guess, prediction you want to call it. Obama's going to be heavily involved. He'll be coming back heavily a lot now, more than he's ever been, besides when he was president. Just, pumping people up, giving his other, his opinion. But it's not his opinion, it's a script. He's an actor for the Zionist Jews, for the Judge will order, red glasses, black suit. So there you have it. It's just predictable propaganda every single day. Her style was to not make waves. All this propaganda comes in waves. Just a reminder. This is Super Bowl predictor programming. So yes, they're talking about the LA. This is the championship number. They could be saying that the Rams can win, but it could be the opposite. You can't just get conclusive answers from this. You need more. LA equals 41 as well. She left on a day with 41 numerology, her first and last name. They each sum to 41. For the 13th prime, LA equals 13. I mean, this is by the numbers. She died 2/2. They're reporting it. Killing 43 a day with 43 numerology, the 33rd day of the year. So that's really what it is. I was about to go to bed, but then, that's just what happens when you get streams of Zionist Jew propaganda on your phone. Oh, good. She didn't have a Wikipedia, so I was like, we couldn't do her birthday. Thank God we scrolled here. King was born March 9th, 1961. March 9th, 93, 39. MLK, Malcolm X, both dying at 39. Her name is Michelle King. Martin Luther King Jr. equals 93. So does Malcolm X. So that and Malcolm X summed to 93. She's born 9/3. The only day in life they ever met was a date with 93 numerology. They both died at 39. See what I'm saying? Beyonce Gazelle Knowles, 93. Rosa Louise Parks, 93. I talk about this all the time. 93, the number for Saturn. The color for Saturn is black. They use this number on black people all the time. That's a black man 21, nigger 42, race war 69. This is what I mean. Race war 33. She died in the 33rd day of the year. So we can do her birth numerology. Do you see why I had to make this video? Do you see why I had to make this video? It is, whenever I see black people coding like this, I love to share it because people need to see what's going on. This is such a good example. Black people need to see how they're being mocked by their government every single day. So let's type in August 4th, 1961. Guess who else was born 61? This other actor, Barack Obama. Do you see how him and her have the same birth numerology? And let me see, what is it? January 17th, 64, that's Michelle Obama's 9229. 9229 in all three of their birthdays. 9229. Do you know why? Because black equals 29. So civil rights equals 73. The 21st prime. She's born the 68th day of the year. Afro equals 68. Barack Obama equals 68. See what I'm saying? She's born the 68th day of the year. Him, Obama, her, they share birth numerology. Black 29. These patterns are just so clear. It boggles my mind. Really, how repetitive they are. These people don't give up. So, from her birthday, March 9th, we can do today to her upcoming birthday. March 9th, her upcoming 58th birthday, Freemason 58, Scottish Rite 57, 34 days, murder 34. See what I'm saying? Black 106, which is just 16, and 34 when you reverse the alphabetical order reduce. 16, 34. We just saw how we get the 29 in her birth numerology, Michelle Obama's birth numerology, Obama's birth numerology. And then on top of that, she's dying 34 days, 1 month, 6 days. A lot like 106, 34 for black. She's dying this from her birthday. Also the 4 weeks, 6 days, 46, like sacrifice. So sacrifice equals 46 and 55 is using the alphabetical order, the rules of numerology. So we're taking the English ordinal, and we're just reducing each letter to a single digit and accounting for S being the only letter you reduce twice. So you take into account of that regardless. You see what I'm doing? 46 when it's 1, 55 when it's 10. And they're using this in the span of days from her birthday, and she's dead. Oh, whoops, I did the 3rd. Okay. Interesting. Well, I'm sorry about that. That was the 3rd at the 2nd. But that was you know how close that was. 5 weeks, 1 day, 36 days. 1 month, 8 days. Race 18. Kill 17. It was 1 month, 7 days. 5 weeks, 1 day. Black man 51. Lima 35. 5 weeks, 1 day. Black man 51. Moon 51. Real Jews identifying with the moon. So we're just going to look at, so from her past birthday, her 57th birthday to the day she died, 331 days. Thelema 125, 10 months, 25 days, but 331, blood sacrifice, 331. Blood sacrifice equals 331, or blood sacrifice equals 67. 331 is a 67 prime number. So I hope that no one got confused from there. We started off with the 3rd, not the 2nd. The report is in the 2nd, so to be exact, that's when this is coming out. But you know what they like to do? To make it work, they'll probably continue to talk about it today. So it'll be more in the news. It'll be more in the news from that span of days from her birthday. So it's good that we still saw that. That's definitely still some information to be used. But here, 331 days, the 67 prime, blood sacrifice 67. She's dying that from her birthday. In light of everything else we saw, I don't know how many more of these I need to make. I mean, people will come here, oh, yo, how am I being disrespectful? I'm showing you how she's being systematically murdered. How this is a fake story. How even if she had cancer, they exacerbated it. They gave her cancer. They, killed her while she had cancer, although she could have had longer to live. I mean, that's how pathetic people are. It's like if you have cancer now, but I kill you and tell your family, I mean, I killed him, but he had cancer. Who cares? And I'll just be like, he had cancer. That's how he died. I mean, do you get it? No, you'd be like, well, you killed them. They could have lived longer. It's just the simplest things I have to explain in this video, because that's what I mean. Most of this world is stupid. They're too emotional. All they do is come here and say, I'm being disrespectful. I'm saying this and that. No. They can't pay attention to what's going on. So we'll leave it there. The first African American woman. An African American has gematria to remember. 11671, the 20th prime. It's 116. And then we have Barack Hussein Obama. 116, the first African American president. It's just these things you need to understand to see the rigging of the world. Obama is a theatrical actor for the Zionist Jews. Like, see, August 4th, 1961, the 2992 birthday. I would say look up today, though, either for more March 9th related information or more on Michelle King. Just because that I'm still thinking about that 3416. I think that's such a clean pattern that today, again, Negro 32, they might make a play on that. There's more things connected to March 9th than her. So it's something I probably want to look at. But here we get Obama, this puppet. Understand, all he does is deceive you, lead you down the path of a racially divided agenda. All he does is says he'll do one thing and does the other. Stop liking this guy. He's not the cool black president. He's a piece of shit actor for the Zionist Jews. He is a theatrical stage performer. Him and Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, they're all paid to deceive you. They're here to keep you distracted from what's really going on. They're here to pass off all the false flags as real. They're here to come to things like, the Adam Lanza events and shed tears. You're like, oh, no, not knowing that it's just he knows, but not letting you know that it's a ruse put on by his Zionist Jew employers. Peace out.